What if I told you your business could have customers in all 50 states? You could run everything from your laptop, and yet the mailing address you use might still be causing unnecessary confusion. Sounds strange, right? But here's what happens all the time. An entrepreneur moves to a new state or starts an online business. Maybe they're traveling full-time as a digital nomad. Then they start wondering, do I really need a P.O. box where I live? Can I just get one in another state instead? It's a simple question, but the answer depends on what you're actually trying to accomplish. Hi, I'm Bobby Casey, founder of BusinessAnywhere.io. For more than 20 years, I've helped entrepreneurs build location-independent businesses, stay compliant, and create systems that make running a company a whole lot easier. And today we're answering a question that comes up surprisingly often. Can you get a P.O. box in another state? The short answer is yes. In many cases you can. But before you rush out and rent one, there are a few important things you should understand. Because a P.O. box is a great tool, but it's not a solution for every business need. Let's start with why people ask this question in the first place. Maybe you recently moved, maybe your business operates in multiple states, maybe you don't want customers seeing your home address, or maybe you're building a remote business and simply want your mail delivered somewhere else. Those are all perfectly reasonable reasons. And fortunately, the United States Postal Service allows customers to rent P.O. boxes in locations other than where they live, provided they meet the applicable requirements. So from a practical standpoint, yes, it's possible. But here's where many entrepreneurs get confused. A P.O. box is a mailing address. It is not automatically a legal business address, and those two things are very different. Think about everything your business uses an address for: receiving customer mail, receiving government notices, opening bank accounts, registering an LLC, receiving packages, applying for licenses. Each of those situations may have different address requirements. That's why it's important to understand what you're trying to accomplish before choosing any mailing solution. Now let's imagine you operate an online business from Florida, but you'd like a P.O. box in Colorado because that's where you spend part of the year. Receiving ordinary mail there, generally speaking, that may work just fine. But if you're forming an LLC, certain states require a registered agent with a physical street address, not a P.O. box. Likewise, some financial institutions or government agencies may require a physical business address for certain purposes. So while a P.O. box can be extremely useful, it doesn't replace every type of address your business may need. Now let's talk about another reason entrepreneurs choose out-of-state P.O. boxes: privacy. Many small business owners begin by operating from home. Naturally, they don't want their residential address appearing on every piece of business correspondence. Using a separate mailing address can help create a more professional appearance while reducing the amount of personal mail arriving at home. It's one simple way to separate your personal life from your business operations, and that's something I generally encourage whenever possible. Now here's another question that comes up. Can all of your business mail be sent to a P.O. box? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. Standard mail generally isn't a problem, but certain carriers, official documents, or deliveries may require a physical street address instead. That's why many entrepreneurs combine different solutions depending on their business needs. For example, they may use a registered agent for legal documents, a business address service for professional correspondence, and a P.O. box for general mail. The right setup depends on how your business operates. Now let's shift gears for a moment and talk about convenience. One of the biggest advantages of having a dedicated mailing address, whether local or in another state, is consistency. If you relocate frequently, travel often, or operate remotely, your mailing system doesn't necessarily have to change every time your location changes. That's especially valuable for digital entrepreneurs who work from different cities or countries throughout the year. Consistency makes life easier for both you and your customers. Now here's something many entrepreneurs don't think about until much later: business credibility. Imagine you're sending invoices to clients, applying for financing, working with vendors, or communicating with government agencies. Having a consistent mailing address often creates a more organized and professional impression than constantly updating contact information every time you move. It may seem like a small detail, but small details often shape first impressions. Now let's clear up another misconception. Renting a P.O. box in another state doesn't automatically establish your business in that state. That's a completely separate legal question. Business formation, tax obligations, licensing requirements, and state registration depend on a variety of factors, not simply where your mail is delivered. So don't assume that changing your mailing address changes your legal business obligations. They're two different issues. Here's another lesson I've learned after helping entrepreneurs for more than 2 decades. The businesses that operate most efficiently usually separate responsibilities. One solution handles legal notices. Another handles customer mail. Another handles financial records. Instead of expecting one address to solve every problem, they build systems that work together. That approach creates flexibility as the business grows. So if you're considering a P.O. box in another state, ask yourself one important question first. What problem am I actually trying to solve? If the goal is receiving mail while traveling, protecting your privacy, or creating a consistent mailing location, a P.O. box may be a great option. If the goal involves business formation, registered agent requirements, or legal compliance, you may need additional services beyond a simple mailing address. Understanding the difference can save you time, money, and unnecessary frustration. So let's quickly recap. Yes, you can often rent a P.O. box in another state. It's a useful solution for receiving mail, maintaining privacy, and supporting a flexible business lifestyle. However, a P.O. box isn't always a substitute for a physical business address or a registered agent, depending on your business needs and applicable legal requirements. Choosing the right combination of business services helps create a stronger foundation as your company grows. And if you're looking for more than just a mailing address, whether it's LLC formation, registered agent services, virtual mailbox solutions, compliance support, or ongoing business management, that's exactly what we help entrepreneurs with every day at Business Anywhere. Our goal is simple. Make it easier to run your business from anywhere in the world while staying organized and compliant. You'll find helpful resources and links in the description below. And remember, the best business systems aren't the most complicated. They're the ones that make running your business feel simple, no matter where life takes you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.